There's some there's some words. Sometimes there's some, yeah, this is that water. There's negative words quickly, man. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all a blessing to the body. Yeah, negative words. They don't have anything. At least they could tell you your wig look good.
Ooh.
They won't even say that sometimes. Some of y'all looked across and see who had on a wig today. That's it. There's some complaining words that can show up in our lives sometimes. There's some people, it don't matter how good you are to them, you can never be good enough for them. There's some complaining words and negative words. We got complaining words. We've got all these words. Yeah, just bring it on down. Bring it on down. Yeah. We've got poison words. There's some stuff that people said to you even while you were growing up that tried to poison your spirit for where you are right now. They said you'll never be anything, said you'll never make it, said you'll never amount to anything, and all of these things that called you stupid, dumb, cause you to have a self-esteem complex. All of this can happen sometimes. And then there's one good one right here that happens a lot of times. I spelled it the way we say it. We don't say curse words. We say cuss words. There's a difference between curse words and, see, people don't curse you out anymore. They will cuss you out. And I want you to see this because there's also damning words and not necessarily curse words, but nothing positive comes out of their mouth. We're out here and we're dealing with this water, dealing with all of these words, and we're trying to navigate through the waters of life. And I want you to see this in the spirit. Come on, Minister Cofield. Because oftentimes, stand right here, we get here, and instead of going forward, because so many negative words have come across our lives, we get to a point where God wants us to move on water, and we back up. We get to a point where God wants us to proceed, and because of what they said, it comes back to our spirit. Anybody ever been at a point that you were ready to do something, but then the enemy came in and planted a negative word at a critical point? And when you get ready to move, we keep backing up instead of moving forward. So God began to deal with me. He says, I want you to see that when Peter heard the word of the Lord, instead of retreating, he was able to walk on the water because he had made it okay for himself to step out on faith. And instead of going backwards, he learned to walk on the word. And when you walk on the word, you can move, you can navigate, you can transport, you can make step by step. And even though they said you couldn't do it, what you are walking on is not the water, but you said, God, I'm going to use every word that's ever spoken to me to get to a place that I can begin to walk. Hear me in the spirit, because some of us get to the point sometimes that we let too much that's said keep us from walking. And God says, I designed for you to walk. Because there's going to be a point sometimes that you're going to almost fall. But God said, if you learn how to walk, I'll lift you back up and I'll keep you standing in spite of the word. Hear me, dearly beloved. There are places that God wants to take you, but if you keep looking at the words, you will never walk. Learn to walk on the water. Touch 2 or 3 people in your circle and tell them you got to get ready to walk, baby. When you walk, you can get to a place that you've never gone before. Look at him. He was only supposed to go to one side. He's moving back and forth. In other words, God will take you places you weren't even intending to go. because you learn how to walk. Catch this now. What was supposed to drown you, you'll be walking on. What was supposed to take you under, God will use it to take you up. I wish I had a witness in here. What was supposed to keep you from getting there, God says you ain't even got to learn how to swim. All you need to know is how to walk. I'll put you in a position that you can walk on the impossible if you will just trust that the words that are being sent is not to send you backwards, but somebody say, I got to move forward.